Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready, Zakini.
Mike 47. Tackles.
Zakini.
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. On the handoff, it's Scarlett. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Got his target, Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. The former Louisville Cardinal, it's Reggie Bonifant. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Set, 180.
Check, 47. Hey, watch the slant.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now it's Newton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Shotgun now for Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brees now to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Mike Barnard. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Mike, check. 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Throwing on second down. Brees. That's caught. It's Thomas. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Ready, yellow ladies.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Brees. And the pressure gets to Brees as he's taken down. Gerald McCoy He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Breeze now. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Josh Hill. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We do know that they are postseason bound, but they're leaking a little oil, so to speak, as they kind of limp into January.
Yeah, and that oil can set fire to their season, can't it?
Look at that.
See what I did there? But here's the thing that we've both seen in the NFL. Teams down the stretch playing really well, sometimes it doesn't carry over into the playoffs. Sometimes teams that aren't playing well now, if they have good leadership in the head coaching spot and the coaching staff and within the locker room, they can find a way to turn it around. But no one wants to be on the losing streak as they head into the playoffs.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, that's going to be caught by Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina! Curtis Samuel, 81 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw is Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
A toss here to Scarlett. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Back to throw, Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick-6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They will start the drive with Scarlett. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Newton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Carolina. 47 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Look at him.
Mike, 47. Watch the room.
Gun.
47 is the mic.
On 2nd and 7, Newton to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready? Opposite.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
That's right, Gary.
Now Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. but overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
A gain of 7 yards.
95-56, 95-56.
Mike 5-9.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And Gibbs got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete to Ted Ginn.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Watch the slap, watch the slap.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Yellow lady.
First down.
59, Mike the 59. Get that quarterback.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Your trip is here.
The 27-yard line.
What's that? 780?
I'm 8. 47 minutes.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Got a man, it's right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Bonifant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On the draw, it's Scarlett. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Sack, baby. Sack.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Newton to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. A run here with Bonifant. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Scarlett on the carry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Scarlett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, They're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Now Kamara. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Thomas has got it. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Ready. 5-9.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. One final try here for Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Panthers, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll limp to the finish line with a final record of 5-11. And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
26, Mike, set. Hey, come on, man. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 31. Check 31. Zoom.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
26, Mike. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Yo.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the Steelers' 28-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Switch now. 55, Mike, guys. 55. Go, go. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain there of 21 yards. We're scoreless after 1.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
And the Steelers first down.
Mike 54. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Mostert. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why I ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Watch the run.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Focus, defense, focus.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Army. Off.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Go. That's trash. 26 Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
And now this throw complete to Washington. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This is Mostert. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26.
First down, Pittsburgh.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. No.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
26 Mike. Watch the back. 26. Go.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna...
26 Mike. 26 Mike. Cut. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
To throw is Jackson. Gonna throw again. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, it's Hill, and he'll go down at the 28. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And Tucker left that one out to the right. It's no good, off the mark. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Wormley able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go now. Wahoo. Night, sweetheart.
Hey, check right.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson got him in. It's Brown. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On second down, it's Johnson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
This is Hill. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Here we go with Johnson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Mostert. And an alley to run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
From the 24, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw is Cousins. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Cousins. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Hey, orbit. Here we go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Trying the jet sweep here. It's Boykin, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Ready? 6 months. 6 months. Here we go, D. 6. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. Hey. 4 down. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Switzer. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
54. I got one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a handoff looking right. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 44, Cousins, and he connects with Vance McDonald. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first down throw for Cousins. Got an open man. It's Washington. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey.
Again, it's Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Zip it.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight end's right. 4 there. 11. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Set. Set.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Steeler.
Throwing, Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Ryan Switzer, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Cousins now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Throwing is Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Now Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Baltimore, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4, and they'll get to stay home again.